A man goes inside an abandoned gold mine and immediately regrets his decision. While strolling through his newly acquired property, Sean made a life-altering discovery. Intrigued, he delved deeper into the mysterious finding, unaware of the irreversible consequences that awaited him once he entered the eerie tunnel. Despite warnings from a realtor and a police officer, Sean persisted in his investigation. As he pieced together the evidence, he realized he had to abandon his dream home and never return. But what had he uncovered that was so terrifying it compelled him to give up everything? After purchasing his new house, Sean Williams found himself the sole owner of 16.5 hectares of woodland fields. The idea of owning a house had been on his mind for some time, and he eventually settled on this particular property. Little did he anticipate the spine-chilling surprise that awaited him on his newly acquired land. One beautiful day, Sean decided to explore his vast property on foot. However, his serene walk took an unexpected turn when he stumbled upon an enigmatic object. Curiosity piqued, he cautiously approached it, realizing that it was a man-made entrance. A misstep caused him to fall 3 feet down, leaving him momentarily dumbfounded. After recovering from the fall, Sean surveyed his surroundings. Overwhelmed by curiosity, he hurried back to his house and returned with a flashlight, determined to investigate further. As he ventured into the dark tunnel, Sean's flashlight illuminated shimmering walls, the nature of which he couldn't discern. Eventually, he deduced that he had stumbled upon a mine, but little did he know that his decision to enter would soon become a haunting regret. The walls appeared perilously unstable, and the tunnel emanated eerie darkness and coldness. Along the way, he encountered more of the glimmering substance, briefly entertaining the notion of stumbling upon a gold mine. The presence of water flowing within the mine reassured Sean, as stagnant pools in abandoned mines are known to release harmful gases when disturbed. With trepidation, he ventured deeper into the tunnel, only to be startled by strange noises. Suspicion arose that someone else might be present in the mine, but he pressed on, undeterred. Inside the mine, darkness enveloped him, devoid of any light, breeze, or warmth. The unsettling noises persisted, prompting Sean to call out, yet receiving no response. Determined to uncover the source of the sounds, he continued his exploration. Further along, he stumbled upon an ancient, dilapidated yellow ventilation machine, accompanied by rusty chains dangling from the ceiling. Suddenly, a force seemed to pull Sean backward, as if urging him to retreat towards the entrance. A pervasive sense of unease settled upon him, accompanied by overwhelming negative energy. Despite having ventured 150 feet into the tunnel, an eerie silence fell. Then, light seeped from the entrance, causing the chains to sway violently, intensifying Sean's claustrophobic sensations. Sensing a menacing presence, he swiftly turned and ran for his life. Upon reaching his house, Sean wasted no time in contacting his real estate agent, relaying the disturbing events that unfolded in the mine. The agent assured him that an investigation would be launched, providing him with a much-needed sense of relief. However, the respite was short-lived, as the lights in his kitchen flickered, plunging him into darkness. A bone-chilling coldness enveloped him, while a frigid breeze caressed his face. Turning on his flashlight, he scoured the house for the fuse box, only to find it intact. Growing anxious, he realized faulty wiring couldn't explain the inexplicable events. Shortly after, the doorbell rang. Sean hurried to answer it, finding Mr. Clark, the investigator assigned to explore the mine. Together, they ventured back into the depths, where Mr. Clark conducted his examination. In the midst of their exploration, however, Mr. Clark appeared choked up and uneasy, trying to communicate something to Sean. It was then that he revealed the shocking truth: the sparkly substance was gold. The revelation puzzled Sean. If the mine contained such valuable resources, why had it been abandoned? Why hadn't anyone claimed the gold? There had to be a horrifying reason behind the abandonment, something that would justify relinquishing such a fortune. Driven by an insatiable desire to uncover the truth, Sean defied the earlier warning and resumed his exploration of the mine, delving deeper this time. Progressing 600 feet inward, he first encountered the water source, followed by a door. With trembling hands, he knocked on it, expecting no response. However, what lay beyond the door left him petrified. Feelings of claustrophobia and unease overwhelmed Sean, urging him to flee. But amidst the terror, he noticed furniture abandoned within the mine. Lost in thought, he experienced a growing sense of strangeness. Then, his gaze fell upon a bed and a concealed brick structure. Piqued by curiosity, he approached the hideaway, only to discover something alarming, a series of scratches on the wall, seemingly made by human fingers. Next, his attention was drawn to a cryptic message on another wall. Unable to decipher it on the spot, he snapped a photo, intending to decode it later. Suddenly, a cacophony of noise and chilling gusts engulfed him from all directions, intensifying with each passing moment. He felt a presence closing in on him, sending shivers down his spine. As the temperature dropped and the sounds grew louder, fear gripped him, prompting him to start running. A sense of unease overwhelmed him. He sprinted with all his might until he reached his house, seeking refuge in the study where he promptly locked himself in. Intrigued by the strange occurrences, he began searching for information about haunted mines on his computer. Suddenly, a peculiar sensation enveloped him, indicating that the presence he had encountered in the mine was now inside his house. After a few minutes, the search results finally loaded, and the first article suggested that confronting the paranormal activity was the key to getting rid of it. For a brief moment, he contemplated whether he could truly face the unknown by returning to the mine. Then, he heard knocking on the door and called out to inquire who was there, but received no response. Curiosity got the better of him, prompting him to open the study door and venture toward the kitchen. A mysterious noise caught his attention, and upon investigation, he discovered that it emanated from his camera. He frantically searched for the pictures he had taken, only to find that they had inexplicably disappeared. Everything had been automatically deleted. Overwhelmed by the situation, he made up his mind to confront whatever entity was haunting him. Summoning his courage, he re-entered the mine. However, a chilling breeze struck his face with such force that it felt like a basketball had collided with him. The mine grew progressively darker, and the unsettling noise reverberated so close to him that his ears began to ache. The chains swung in an eerie rhythm, resembling a haunting dance. Suddenly, he witnessed a surge of water rushing towards him like a tsunami, instilling terror within him. He sprinted out of the mine and back to his house. Inside the house, a light was visible from the kitchen. He questioned whether someone was present or if he had simply forgotten to turn off the lights. Heading towards the study, he took a moment to reflect on the inexplicable events that had transpired. As he opened his computer and started typing, it abruptly stopped functioning, leaving him staring at a black screen, disbelief and tears welling up in his eyes. Upon rising from his chair, something metallic gripped his feet, and he discovered a magnet pulling him towards it. He lost his balance and realized what he had to do. He sought solace in a nearby cafe, ordering a double espresso while searching for a paranormal expert in his vicinity. He found one and decided to pay them a visit. At the paranormal expert's location, he encountered a woman who began chanting a familiar sound, one he had previously heard in the mine, albeit with a more melodic quality. Astonished, he couldn't believe the connection. He hastily rushed to his car and immediately drove to his mother's house, determined to sell his own property. With his mother's assistance, the house was put on the market. From that day forward, he never set foot in that house again.